Hello and welcome to everyone. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. My name is Will Egner and I'm a junior history major at Ramapo College. It is a pleasure to speak with you today. Today I'd like to talk about a fascinating movie that I encourage all of you watch. The film is called Conspiracy and it was released in 2001. The film was directed by Frank Pearson and it was produced in the United States by HBO Films. This film is part of the Virtual Film Festival produced for Dr. Jacob Labidez's course, Holocaust and Media, and because of that, I'd like to thank the Gross Center for Holocaust and Genocide Studies for sponsoring this program. The film has a number of stars, including Kenneth Brogdon, who plays Reinhard Heinrich, Stanley Tucci as Adolf Eichmann, and Colin Firth as Dr. Wilhelm Stuckart. Before we dive into the synopsis, I encourage all of you to watch the trailer that will be posted on our website. We've also included links to where the film can be streamed or purchased, so you can enjoy the full experience of this remarkable movie. Now let me tell you why I'm so excited for all of you to watch the film Conspiracy. The film explores some of the most profound themes of the 20th century, including the nature of evil, the corruption of power, and the dangers of groupthink. The movie follows a group of high-ranking Nazi officials as they plan the final solution, which aims to exterminate the Jewish population of Europe. This event was called the Wannsee Conference. It took place on January 20th, 1942, and it uses real documentation, it uses real documentation to lay out a groundwork for what actually happened. Throughout the film, a number of various ideas were suggested. Ultimately, they decided on the extermination of the Jews. This is a well-known fact, but I think hearing about different ideas is another interesting portion of this film. And once again, the mundaneness and the simplicity that they talk about the exterminations of millions of people is very concerning, and it's very disturbing to hear other humans in positions of power talk about people in such a low and belittling manner. What I believe sets this film apart from other Holocaust media is its focus on bureaucracy behind the genocide. It delves into the planning and coordination required for the Holocaust, showcasing the cold and calculating decisions made by these high-ranking officials. Conspiracy also offers unique perspectives by portraying the conference itself as mundane and routine, showing how the ordinary can be used to carry out most of the extraordinary acts of evil. Specifically, I think it's interesting that they choose to highlight high-ranking Nazi officials, which I feel like has mostly been ignored throughout most Holocaust media. The film poses difficult questions about the natures of morality and the responsibilities of the individuals in positions of power. It also highlights the importance of critical thinking and the dangers of blindly following orders. One reason why I think Conspiracy is so relevant today is that it reminds us of the importance of vigilance against propaganda and misinformation. In today's world, where social media and other technologies allow the spread of false information at an unprecedented pace, it's more important than ever to be able to think critically and evaluate sources of information carefully. In terms of its place in the canon of Holocaust cinema, Conspiracy stands out as a remarkable achievement. The film is a gripping and powerful portrayal of the horrors of the Nazi regime, and it offers a sobering reminder of the dangers of hate and intolerance. For me personally, Conspiracy has been a moving and thought-provoking experience. It has given me a deeper understanding of the importance of empathy and compassion in our world, and it has challenged me to think more critically about the ways in which we can prevent the rise of extremism and authoritarianism. Before you watch the film, I encourage you to think about the following question. What is the role of power in shaping our moral values? How can we prevent the rise of authoritarianism and hate in our society? And what are the responsibilities as citizens to prevent genocide and other forms of mass violence? Finally, I would like to use a small clip from the movie that I believe highlights the talented acting and depicts the overall tone of the movie. In this scene, Kenneth Brogdon's character, Reinhard Heinrich, is telling a story to other Nazi officials during a break in the meeting.
And what was the story you were going to tell me?
Story?
Kritzinger.
Yes, he told me a story about a man he'd known all his life, a boyhood friend. This man hated his father, loved his mother fiercely. The mother was devoted to him, but the father used to beat him, demeaned him, disinherited him. Anyway, this friend grew to manhood, and he was still in his 30s when the mother died, this mother who had nurtured and protected him. She died. The man stood as they lowered her casket and tried to cry, but no tears came. The man's father lived to a very extended old age, withered away and died when the son was in his 50s, I think. And at the father's funeral, much to his son's surprise, he could not control his tears. He was wailing, sobbing. He was apparently inconsolable. Lost even. That was the story Kritzinger told me.
I don't understand.
No. The man had been driven his whole life by hatred of his father. When the mother died, that was a loss. When the father died, when the hate had lost its object, then the man's life was empty. Over.
Interesting.
That was Kritzinger's warning.
What? That we should not hate the Israelites?
No, that it should not so fill our lives that when they are gone, we have nothing left to live for. So says the story.
In my opinion, this clip is the ultimate indictment on Heinrich, and it illustrates his nature perfectly. The other Nazis can't fathom Kritzinger's point, many not even attempting to understand it. And because of Heinrich's ability to empathize and self-reflect, he understands the point. And because of this, it's in some ways it makes him a better man. But it also instantly proves him as a worse man, because he simply doesn't care about the oppression and the hate that will be done to the Jewish people. So this ultimately makes him a worse man. While some of these Nazi officials might not understand the total capacity of evil that is taking place, he does, but he allows it to happen. In conclusion, I hope that this short presentation has left you as interested in the film as I was before watching it. I was not disappointed in watching the film. I found it very interesting and thought-provoking. I think linking back to the questions I suggested before, these are suggestions that I kind of came up with, or questions I came up with while watching the film, and I think they really lead to deeper thought while watching the film. I think it's just a really unique piece of Holocaust media, and I think it does what it sets out to do very well. But with all being said, I hope you watch the film. I hope you enjoy watching it as much as you can, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you very much.